Hey, what's up, fam? Okay, a short read chapter for Chainsaw Man. It felt really fast, but there was a really good takeaway from all this. And I want to use I think a pretty good example. I think a lot of people have ran into this whole discussion is using a character's goal and dreams to really kind of make it seem like it's like a much bigger aspect than it really is. Like, obviously, it's nice to see a character when they have like a goal and a dream, but it doesn't make it somehow better than a character that doesn't. And I know a lot of people used to say that about Ichigo, and it's like, well, Naruto wants to be Hokage and Luffy wants to be Pirate King, but what does Ichigo want? He's not working towards anything. I mean, doesn't need to. You don't have to have some like big I'm gonna do this dream at all points in time. Like, you could just be going with the flow, or whatever you're trying to do is whatever's going on right now. And I think Denji really had a good moment of that, because I have seen people talk about that with Denji recently. Because obviously Chainsaw Man is getting a lot of nice attention. It's interesting. The violence and the graphic combat is pretty nice. I think it's a nice refresher when you see a lot of shonen. Obviously, gore and violence doesn't just instantly make a series good, but the way that it's being like brought out in Chainsaw Man, I think, is really nice. It seems more like it's hey, you want to read about a lot of gory action? Come here. It's not like trying to be overly edgy. It's just more like I would say more of like a edge for fun rather than I'm gonna be edgy to be like all dark and gloomy. It's much more like you're on for a fun, wild ride, and that's what I like about Chainsaw Man. But a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, a handful of people I've seen kind of like act like because Denji's dream is really just right now just to feel up some titties, like it somehow is like a very shallow dream, and it makes his character seem not as relatable and not as like standout, which I think it's kind of goofy. Like, I think a lot of things when I don't remember how old Denji is. I think he's what, 16, 17, somewhere around that. And you've been working your whole life, and finally you're free from this debt, and you finally get to see the hope at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnels. And now you're like, what am I gonna do with my life? And you're getting to do all these things, and you're like, one of the things that you realize you always want to do is, you're a straight dude, you want to feel up some boobs, and here the dude is finally sees it in front of him, sees the chance, and he's fighting for it. He's fighting for what he wants, and it's a very believable dream, though. It's not like something way over the top. It's like, yeah, I can understand him 100%. Like, it's very simplistic, but very human. And it doesn't somehow mean like, well, that makes it automatically better than everybody else's dream. Look, no, it just makes it so you can kind of get him. You can understand the character a little bit more. And while characters here, like you're thinking over, he's like, okay, this character's dream, and they're saying that like revenge, saving your cat, your friend, and protecting people. And he's just was like, I don't give a shit what you have to say about my dream. My dream is my dream, and if you want, we'll have a fight to see whose dream is better. And I thought that was just a really good part. Like, that in itself, just as a nice representation of who gives a shit. Like, a character's dream is whatever they want it to be, and it's just to see how exactly they fight for that dream that really is what it like. What makes it special. Like, a character could have the biggest dream in the world, or something really easy like this. Like, Naruto wanted to be Hokage, which is pretty much ninja president, and Denji just wants to feel some tits. Like, but if Naruto's dream, like, say if he just instantly got it, and Denji spent his whole entire series like working towards that one thing, you'd say, oh well, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be much better the one where you see the journey over. Obviously, Naruto worked really hard for his dream, but I'm just trying to say that it's the struggle for the dream that really makes it important. What really makes a character's fight for the dream important. It makes it what makes it. I'm fumbling a little bit of this when I like set this up. It makes it much more enjoyable for the reader. You're getting a lot more feeling out of the story when you see a character get something because they've worked so hard for it, and you've seen them go along the journey to achieve it. If a character just it just got it, then it wouldn't feel special at all. But it doesn't matter if it's a big dream or a small dream. It's like I said, it's just how much effort they put into it, and that was pretty nice. I like that about Denji. I like that him kind of like seeing that and just being like, I don't give a shit like how you see my dream. I'm gonna keep going for it regardless of your opinion. And I thought that was cool, and it was just another like I think really relatable aspect of Denji. Like one of the things about him right now is from the start of the series, there's not a lot to his character, and when you see him kind of just like realizing a lot of the stuff, like in the normal world, when he not growing up as like a poor, pretty much work servant, that he's evolving these traits. So it's it's not like you're learning all these things about him; is you're seeing all these things about him kind of happen, and I think that's pretty cool. But he obviously wasn't going to win this fight with the leech devil. He's too weak. I thought Power was gonna step in and help him, but it was actually the guy. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. The guy that he teamed up with first that doesn't really like him, who made this cool. He made like a weird hand sign and this big like multi-eyed, I'm guessing fox creature like came out and ripped the top of the leech demon's head off and ate him. And then you see like all these other characters show up, and I'm guessing those are the other members of his crew that they're all in that Denji belongs to. And so we'll probably get some introductory to those characters in the future. See, you got this kind of like nervous shy girl, this big angry looking dude, this seemingly kind of carefree chick, seemingly just kind of like in the swing of things, and then the other dude is like all calm and collected. I'm interested to see what exactly that dude's power is. Like, how is he able to summon this like weird devil on his own? It's definitely going to be some nice explanation. Hopefully, the next couple chapters, see what this dude is like. 'Cause we don't know a lot about the characters' powers in this series and how they work uh, outside of Denji's. So that's going to be pretty nice. But it was a good chapter. Like I said, it was pretty short. Like you could read through this in like a 2 or 3 minutes probably, but it was just that kind of nice feeling of Denji just like telling it how it is and just like I don't give a damn what you think about my dream. My dream is my dream. It only has to be special to him. It doesn't have to be special to anybody else. So that was really good. I like that a lot. Now, other than that, I'd appreciate if you drop a comment below and what you think about this. We're like what 2.5 months into the Chainsaw Man. We're getting a really nice feel to it. That and Hell Warden Haguma, it's pretty nice seeing these early series like pretty new. It's like I'm hoping that does well. I'm hoping it continues. I'm hoping it doesn't get that axe. We don't know how the criteria for Shonen Jump's new system is. Like it was around. It's usually around like 12 to 16 is usually when a series would get axed if it wasn't doing well. But hopefully Chainsaw Man is doing good, and I'm hoping that it continues. It's been a lot of fun so far. Like everyone that I've talked to that's read it has been really enjoying it. So I'm hoping that it sticks to, especially now because I imagine that I imagine now that they're all digital, that they're able to check views and subscriptions and see how it's more affecting towards it. Because I know before it was really just the Japanese audience, but now it should be way more dependent on worldwide for the mangas. So that's going to be pretty nice. I'm really hoping that they're a lot more nice to series and don't cancel them as swiftly. And please, oh, please bring back Golem Hearts. That'll be one of my forever wants with the digital services. Somehow they bring back Golem Hearts. I love that series so much. It was so much fun. But other than that, like I said, drop a comment below, and if I need to befriend the like button, thumbs it up, and thumbs up the video, and check out my other videos. See if there's anything else that I review you might like, and subscribe for more content. And I really appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. And I thank you all for listening. Bye.